All right, family. We live once again with the general, man. We got some fire today. We're gonna be talking about, what's going on overseas, of course. Very important today, since at any given time, you feel me, things around you could hit, it just go boom out of nowhere. You want to, you need to be concerned. You need to be concerned. A lot of you don't because you so caught up in the rat race right over here to where things overseas or things that's not in your immediate area is of no importance, and that could be very detrimental. That could be very detrimental. And so the thing is what we seeing today, a lot of people see, they think that, getting into a altercation with somebody, only require 2 weeks or 3 weeks or sometimes you have to slug it out, depending on the level of the combatants, you know what I'm saying? And what I get from the Trump administration that they really naive on what it could take to really beat Iran. If in the sense of what people define as to beat Iran, it's gonna require a lot. It's gonna require more than bombing. It's gonna require more than bombing. And but at the same time, that can't go on indefinitely. A lot of people say you can't beat somebody from by bombing them. Okay, well, you just keep it on up. That shit get old. You know what I'm saying? People throw, and they might, yeah, but it can get old. I can tell you that. And yes, you can't just bomb people indefinitely, and some things you have to go in on the ground. And I told y'all that you had to go in on the ground because the United States and the Israelis have been they have already been playing their cards ahead of time. So that gave the Iranians, ample time to hide everything. They ain't hitting nothing over there. They bombing things now. Don't get it twisted. They are bombing some facilities but a lot of them are empty facilities. Them people know they knew the United States and the Israelis was coming back. They knew it. So that gave them ample time to hide a lot of things in areas that nobody would they would never expect that that's where they locate. And so that's going to require you to get on the ground, you got to get your intelligence on the ground, find out where it is, and then you got to go in there kicking in doors to find out where it's at. Now, I take that these are two imperialist countries, equally imperialist. Okay, it was at one time where the Persians was where the United States, where the British was at one time, that they were a superpower on the planet. Okay, at one time. That's been a while, but they have still maintained, a certain level of strength that, especially over there in that area of the world, that will put them at the top, one of the top tier countries over there in what quote unquote people call the Middle East, but it's really no Middle East, which is nothing but Northeast Africa. You see, so it always kept them at minimum one of the top nations over there, with Iraq, maybe Saudi Arabia, Turkey. You know, those and them been epicenters of great empires from previous centuries. You see, and so they've already always maintained a certain level of strength and importance. It may not be the top in the world, but maintain a certain level of strength. You see, in them areas of the world, and so today, hold on just a second, fam. So, and I don't think the United States anticipated that. I mean, because when you got in, these people claim to be, they're not all as intelligent as you would believe. Okay, them people don't know, they don't have no, they read a couple lines, and you can't just hit Iran. You just can't hit Iran like that and not finish the job. That's real talk. Because they're gonna try to get some get back. That's just all it is to it. So either when you hit a nation like it's a lot of nations on the planet. If you hit them, they're gonna hit your ass back. They're gonna get you. Ain't no I apologize. And so it's hard for me to expect that there gonna be a peace between these two nations. What they've done, especially by knocking off all their leaders. Imagine if you knock off the United States president. Man, they'll drop a nuclear bomb on you without a doubt. Without a doubt. If Iran had any hand, and they sent threats that they wanted to assassinate Donald Trump for assassinating that general Soleimani. They wanted to knock him off. They wanted to knock Trump off, but anticipate what the United States would do in response to that. They would drop a couple of nuclear bombs on Iran. It'll be a wrap for them. You see, it'll be a wrap for them. And so, what do you expect Iran gonna do? You think they're gonna take that on the chin? You think they're gonna take that on the chin? I don't believe no nation in the world. Try to assassinate Vladimir Putin and see what the Russians do, or Xi Jinping, or any one of them type of leaders, and expect what'll happen to you. They're gonna respond, man, with all the might in the world. You understand? So what they done, and he's talking. Donald Trump, saying that this is an excursion. This ain't no damn excursion. You didn't hit these people in their mouth. You didn't assassinated 3 levels of leadership. You see, 3 levels of leadership. You didn't knock off the main leadership, the cabinet, Ayatollah Khomeini. Then you went to the second tier, and then you went to the third tier. Okay, so you didn't knock off 3 tiers of leadership. You didn't bomb. You didn't bomb all over. I think, but yeah, they didn't bombed all over Iran, especially in the main areas where they got military facilities. So that most definitely didn't been bombed. So how do you get past that? You know, to get on the Iran, you have to almost and it's really, how can you can't, how can you conquer a nation like that with 90 million people? How can you maintain a occupying force on a nation that large, how long do you expect to occupy it? You know, that's almost impossible. You see, that's almost impossible. And so you're not talking about occupying, you talking about running in there and just kicking ass every which way you can. And that's still not going to be enough. I guess it can be enough. Some nations take a ass whooping and know when they can't take another one and go sit their ass down. Some nations do take, they take that ass whooping and they, it might not be in that generation. It might not be in that. It might be another generation that might want to take that, that mantle. Say the Iran just bombed oil refineries, the base of the dollar. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. America ain't getting their oil from over there. They ain't getting their oil from over there. Only 1% of oil, American oil, come from over there. They done just turned on the pipeline over there in California. So America gonna be selling oil. Shit, what is y'all talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got America got oil. Ain't no oil coming from America got its own oil. So if anything, yeah, black power. So if anything, uh, America can step, they're gonna step in and do some things. But eventually, yeah, they didn't lay down. Yeah, but how long can you take it? You see, they took the gloves off on their ass over there in Palestine. Yeah, they ain't. But how long can you take it? How long can you take it? You see, that's just how long can you take it? That's the question. That's the damn question. How long can you take it? I don't see I don't see at some point in time, just taking it is not enough. I'm not about that. It got to be an end victory for some shit like that. Y'all say, oh, they ain't take, man, they over there bombing the shit out them people. They taking heavy losses. Yeah, they ain't threw in the towel yet. Yeah, they ain't, they don't want to throw in the towel, but I mean, but they getting the shit bombed out of them. That's a fact. And people who ass ain't in the fire, they always they make these comments that that's fucked up. It's fucked up. Real talk. There's no other word for it. To be over there and to be they knocked down every building. You see, they didn't tow up the infrastructure. They didn't tow it up. Do you know how long it takes to build up a damn infrastructure like that? You niggas can't even goddamn put a couple nails in, when the damn nail come out the board on the porch and shit. You niggas won't even take a hammer and go nail the damn nail back down in the 2x4 on the porch. So do you understand what it takes to damn build infrastructure? And so that shit can wear on the people, and you damn Ukraine is in the fight because they got somebody goddamn giving them weaponry. Yeah, if you got somebody giving you weapon, ain't nobody giving them no goddamn weaponry over there, man. You sound foolish, man. You don't make sense. You don't make sense. They over there lacing goddamn Ukraine with billions of dollars of some of the most advanced technology, and they whooping Russia. Ain't nobody giving goddamn Palestine nothing. They over there goddamn still wrapping stones in a goddamn t-shirt, niggas slanging it like this is David versus Goliath. You can't throw no goddamn stones at no damn airplane. Man, you talking crazy, man. You don't make good sense. And I want you to know you don't make good sense. Seriously, yeah, I understand. I'm not telling nobody to get, but you got to fight another way. You see what I'm saying? You got to learn how to fight another way and be victorious, because you're not going to win. If you was going to win that way, you would have been one. Shit. I don't know nowhere, and I don't know no how where a motherfucker just, throwing rocks at a damn F-35 gonna goddamn win. It just ain't gonna happen. So that don't, so it got to be so Ukraine and Palestine is something different because not only do they got the United States, they got NATO lacing them with a whole lot of weaponry. You see what I'm saying? That even the Russians ain't got. So that's keeping them at bay. You know what I'm saying? They got a political, you got European nations that got a political agenda to see Ukraine win. And so you got some of the wealthiest nations on. Ain't nobody, outside of damn Iran, and now they didn't put a hurt on their ass. Yeah, they didn't put a hurt on their ass because they could keep, but at the same time, they got to enter back into the globe. And people keep talking about the global economy, but goddamn, at some point in time, they're gonna have to enter into the global economy too. Yeah, they showing you they bombing and shit, and they shit gonna get bombed. So yeah, and so how do you think they gonna make money? Yeah, they already was starving over there until Biden gave them that little money, and that's really what got them back on the road. You understand? At some point in time, they're gonna have to enter back into the global economy too, or they're gonna stay. What they gonna do? You understand? Them people gonna get tired of that shit over there after a while. All of them. The people gonna overthrow all the goddamn government because they're gonna get sick and tired of all that damn just bombing and y'all fucking up the world economy, and ain't nobody making no money. Everybody fighting and shit. The peoples is gonna overthrow all these goddamn governments because they're gonna get sick and tired of that shit if they got any sense. Yeah. Iran ain't got no nuke. They might try to get one now. After they ran up in there on them like that, that might be their response that they got nukes. You see what I'm saying? That might be their response that they try to get a nuke. But I don't think if they had nukes, I don't think they would have ran in there on their ass because you know what I'm saying? If they had them, I believe they might launch one. You see what I'm saying? That's just how, Iran and them Israelis is like mad dogs. But I'm telling you, they might get one dropped on their ass if they keep it up. You see what I'm saying? It's just that toxic over there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that toxic, and they both getting some blows in. But the thing is that the United States ain't took the damn yeah, they're gonna get it. It don't make no difference. It don't make no difference what they do. America been fighting goddamn wars for over. They know how to fight a goddamn war. Iran ain't they, most, they didn't have greater adversaries than Iran. Iran, yeah, and they ain't even took the gloves off on their ass. Nah, that's why I say I don't even anticipate even listening to people like that because they could take the gloves off on their ass for real. You see what I'm saying? They could take the gloves off on their ass for real, and it'll be serious business over there. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers are tapped. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? They are tapped. You understand what I'm saying? Believe you me. So they over there, yeah, they trying, and because they know both of them is been talking shit for a while. Both of them been talking shit for a while, and so a lot of saber rattling, a lot of saber rattling, and really, nobody really want to cross the line because the world is really tired of this shit. So nobody is eager to join in for real. Everybody, this ain't like when they fought Iraq. Everybody wanted to come in but on both sides, the Arab nations really don't want to come in. The Europeans really don't want to come in. So they ain't, it ain't really on that level for real. They're gonna launch some missiles, but they ain't really like, dropping that heavy shit. because they trying to say it ain't about the people. They ain't enemies with the people over there. They enemies with the regime. But when it get to the point where they say fuck the people and they just take the gloves off, man, believe you me, that shit could get ugly, man. You know, Japan was the same way. Japan was kicking ass. Japan was kicking ass. They was kicking off in the United States ass in certain arenas. You know what I'm saying? Till the United States got rolling. You understand what I'm saying? But when you do something that's so, and you know, and they do something that strike and really, and yeah, you say bleed. Yeah, let that blood drip and see what these Neanderthals do. You see what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers been the only nation on the planet that dropped one. So everybody else got them, but ain't no motherfucker dropped one. You see what I'm saying? So believe you me, don't fuck around and find out. Cause when that motherfucking nuke hit your ass, you motherfucker, they gonna be calling up, man, like, man, I ain't know you was that goddamn serious, man. Yeah, we tapped. Yeah, and we didn't know you was that goddamn serious, man. Please don't drop another. And especially don't let them come with the 1-2 punch. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, just take 2 cities and decimate them motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? In real talk, if they cut like that, I'm saying if Iran do something so, that where they hit something so hard, something, and it's gonna have to really probably be America, or you hit a base over there and you kill a lot of American soldiers at one time, boy, they gonna pay. Them motherfuckers gonna pay, man. I'm telling you what I know. So they already, but they don't want to go there because they know you know what I'm saying? They don't want to go there yet because they ain't got it in their heart to really escalate to that level. So they don't want to go to that level right now. But they willing to go. I could tell you that. Yeah, they could hit. Yeah, they could hit some. They could hit some. They could hit some. They could hit some. But I don't know what y'all see. I tell you what, I take my chances over here. Y'all motherfuckers, they already over. Yeah, they bombing some of them Arab, but they over there dropping shit. And the crazy shit about it, nobody's talking about the fact that all that defense shit ain't shooting down no plane. Y'all don't look at the obvious, man. They over there flying over their goddamn nation, you know what I'm saying? Without even being, they not shooting down no plane. They don't have no defense. Yeah, they shooting shit off. You know what I'm saying? But that could be dealt with if they really want to deal with it. You see? If they really want to deal with it, you see what I'm saying? But that's going to cause mass casualties. Yeah, y'all better keep it down. They say who's asking for the ceasefire. Yeah, we'll see. Y'all I don't know what y'all see. They didn't already did goddamn major damage over there. I don't know. They ain't even sure. Listen here, y'all motherfuckers talking crazy. I tell you what. You go over there, enjoy yourself. Anybody out there, I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to get off of this one right here, and I'm about to go to the next one. But I tell you what, anybody out there, y'all rolling, go on over there then. I tell you what, go on, take your vacation, take your ass over there to Tehran. Yeah. I going over there into Tehran. You see, they ain't got no leadership. They ain't got no goddamn leadership. And they talking about the Khomeini son, they saying he's a sissy. They say the man's son's a sissy. Oh my God. I said, oh my God. They said he's sweet. Yeah. But anyway, family, if you feel like it, going over there, Yeah, go on over there, get you a turban, and go on take your ass on over there. But I'm gonna tell you, when you hear them goddamn sirens go off, you find you a bunker to get in real quick, motherfucker. Or it might be doomsday for your ass. Get over there to Patreon. We got 2 fire presentations today going down after YouTube. I want you in the house. I see you black here in a second or so. Don't you miss me, because you already know ain't nobody dropping it like the general. You feel me? This General Sarah soon said, he said, hey, y'all come on back. Keep your comments for the next presentation. Yeah, go and get you a turban and go and get you. And then I see you niggas riding over there on a goat. You know what I'm saying? Get you a goat. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, grow your beard out and everything, and we'll see you. We'll see you when we see you. All right, family. Black Power.